Oh, hello, this is Tak Chung from Walk with Tak. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and share. If you have any questions, feel free to write to me at walkwithtak@gmail.com regarding to this video or any other videos that I have posted in the past. Now, this is an amazing morning. When I look out the window, the entire sky in this red color. I hurry out because I know it's one of those special days, and I want to share this picture with you. Now today I'd like to discuss with you about how to cook with spontaneity. In many ways, I want to show you how I actually cook every day. Now you probably know that all the videos that I show you are the food that I cook. On this particular day, I cook a fried rice, and the fried rice is designed to be used as a side dish for some lamb chop that I cook. Now, I purchased this lamb chop for Easter, and I really enjoyed them. So the first thing I did is that I pan-fried some lamb chop, and they turned out to be really great. So the next step is to cook the fried rice. Now, instead of cleaning the wok, I used directly the oil that left behind from cooking the lamb chop. Now, again, during this day, I have a hankering for some Chinese sausages. Now, Chinese sausages is very traditional type of sausage that you can steam it or fry it. So I decided I'm going to fry it first. Now, at the making of fried rice, egg is a very important part. And I love eggs, and my wife enjoyed that too. So we usually use quite a few eggs. Now, you notice that in this particular fried rice, I cook the egg directly into the wok without beating them up. Now, there are many ways that you can incorporate eggs into fried rice. So each time I varied it slightly differently. Now, this is the foundation of template-based cooking. You can make substitution and changes according to how you feel like it. Now, of course, you can beat up the egg. But when you cook the egg like this, without beating it up, it gives the egg a different texture. And this is a type of texture my wife really enjoys. So quite often, I will use this method as well as the other method. So when you cook the egg, there's also different approach of how much you want to cook it. Again, the different time you cook the egg will differ in the texture in the egg, and this will affect the outcome of the fried rice. So this is, in part, you can call it flavor chasing because texture is an important part of flavor. And by adjusting the texture, you can adjust the flavor of the dish. So I'm also going to add a little bit of my Wok with Tak basic seasoning mix to season the egg. Now, the Wok with Tak basic seasoning mix is really versatile, and it works extremely well with eggs. And next, I add a little bit more oil because now I am ready to cook the rice. Now, the rice is an important part of a fried rice. The rice has to be dry because if the rice becomes too wet, your fried rice will become mushy. And most people do not like fried rice that to be mushy. And the term fried rice means that you actually fry the rice. And the only way you can fry the rice is that the rice has to be dry. If you have too much moisture, the rice will not be fried properly. And also, in order to fry the rice properly, you should break it up as much as possible. And I use something called a hamburger meat masher, which is used for breaking up hamburger meat. And it turned out to be really great for breaking up rice in the case of fried rice. Now, when you cook fried rice, spontaneity is really important. You can use almost anything that you want. In here, I use some cauliflower leaves and stems, which I cut into pieces. And I also added some shiitake mushroom. Now, this shiitake mushroom is dry. And I always have some shiitake mushroom that I hydrated available in my refrigerator. So in this case, I can use it in many type of stir-fry situations. Now, again, home cooking is going to be most fun as well as creative if you can use the same ingredients for different purpose. So the shiitake mushroom can be used for stir fry with vegetables or with meat, but you can also stir fry in fried rice. And in order to do that, you have to cut it up into small pieces so it will fit into the overall context of the rice. And when you do this, the shiitake mushroom adds a great flavor to the fried rice because shiitake mushroom is rich in umami flavor. And also, the texture of the shiitake mushroom is quite different. It will create a contrast between the rice and other ingredients, which is the Chinese sausages in the fried rice. Okay, Now, at this point, how long you're going to fry the rice depends on how much you like the rice to be fried. Now, I will keep the heat high so that you can actually create a crispy texture on the rice. But in that case, make sure you stir the rice rigorously. Otherwise, if the rice settles at the bottom of the wok, they're going to get burned. Rice is particularly important, particularly when it comes to the type of rice you use in the fried rice. Many people like long grain rice, such as jasmine rice, which they make excellent fried rice. But again, the dryness of the rice is very important. Make sure you keep the rice in the refrigerator for at least 48 hours before you use it. And that's why I always cook extra rice so that I can use for fried rice in subsequent meal. Last but not the least, I'm going to put in some red cabbage. I'm not going to put in a lot of it. The red cabbage, I put it way at the end because I want to retain the crispy texture of the cabbage. Now, personally, I just love cabbage in general. I love cabbage when they are very lightly cooked. Consequently, I love cabbage salad. So quite often, I will use my red cabbage in my advanced prepping for preparing a salad. Okay, now the dish is actually essentially done. Again, how long you want to fry the rice depends on how much you want the rice to become crispy. If you want the rice a little bit more crisp and you fry it a little bit longer, this will allow you to evaporate most of the fluid from the rice. I finally do a taste test. Actually, you did not see it. I seasoned the rice with additional of my basic seasoning mix. Now, I do not want to season this rice with any fluid, any sauces such as soy sauce, oyster sauce, or hoisin sauce, because I like my rice to be dry and crisp. If you season it with sauce, then your rice will become moist. And some people like it to be moist, but I do not like it to be moist. So again, this is where personal preference comes in. And this is where flavor chasing comes in, allow you to create a dish tailored specifically to your personal choice. And this is where flavor chasing is an important part of the fast cooking system. Because through flavor chasing, you're able to cook your food exactly how you like it. And to me, that is really important because if you can cook the food the way how you like it, you are creating a dish that are tailored specifically to your flavor. And in this case, nobody will be able to cook that for you because they do not know exactly how you love your flavor. And of course, our flavor continue to change and to evolve. And therefore, when it comes to home cooking, this is the part that will allow you to keep cooking. Last but not the least, I'm going to garnish the dish, basically make the dish look pretty by adding some colored bell pepper. Like they said, you eat with your eyes as well as with your mouth. A dish looks good, usually will taste good to you. So I'm going to add a little bit of scallions. These are scallions that I cut in strips. And then last but not least, I'm going to garnish it just with a touch of oyster sauce to add some color to the dish. Okay, again, this morning when I went out for the walk, it is absolutely a beautiful and amazing scene. And I think in many ways, it reflects back to my home cooking as well. I love the food that I cook. I would not want anybody else to cook for me, and I want to be able to cook every single night. This is because how much I enjoy it, as much as I enjoy my walk in the morning. So if you'd like to learn more about my fast cooking system, please subscribe to this YouTube channel. So keep on cooking, and I will see you tomorrow.